What is your name?
My name is Talia Sanchez.
Have you ever heard of soil testing, or do you know anything about soil testing?
I have not heard of soil testing, but I would like to know more information about it.
What do you think it is, and what do you think it is used for, going by the name?
Well, going by the name, I think it's exactly what the name is, soil testing. Like you test the soil to see what kind of plants, vegetables, fruit you could grow from whatever the results are.
Going off what you know, would you ever consider using this technique?
Most definitely. I think using the soil test would definitely save some time and money. So I would definitely use the soil test.
Okay. All right. What is your name?
My name is Irma Wagner.
Okay. Have you ever heard of soil testing, or do you know anything about soil testing?
I have heard about soil testing really vaguely, but I would love to know more about it.
What do you think it is, and what do you think it is used for?
I think you test the soil to know what kind of plants you can plant around your house.
And going off of what you know, would you consider using this technique?
Of course, I would like to know what I can plant around my house and what I cannot, so to be more efficient.
Ready? What is your name?
My name is Myra Cerna.
Have you ever heard of soil testing, or do you know anything about soil testing?
I briefly heard about soil testing when I took AP Environmental Science in high school, and it's basically testing the soil for chemicals and to check the quality.
Okay, awesome. Going off of what you know, would you consider using this technique?
I would definitely use this technique if I knew how to do it. It would be useful, I believe, to plant my own garden and check the soil so my plants don't die.
What is your name?
My name is Sergio Vargas.
Have you ever heard of soil testing, or do you know anything about soil testing?
I haven't heard about it, but if I have to guess, I would believe it's about testing the soil to understand if the soil is good to have plantation to harvest with that soil to see if it's useful.
Now, going off of what you know and what you just said, would you consider using this technique?
Yeah, definitely. I would think the technique would be very useful for those who want to invest in plantation or harvesting, that they would want to get an idea to see if that soil would be good or not.
What is your name?
My name is Edgar Serrone.
Have you ever heard of soil testing, or do you know anything about soil testing?
Yes, I have heard of it. It's whenever you analyze the nutrients of the soil.
What do you think it is, and what do you think it is used for?
It's to understand the components of the soil in order for you to be able to know what kind of plants or crops to grow.
And going off of what you know, would you consider using this technique?
Yeah, I think it's useful if even if you kind of do a garden.
Okay. The next one, try to, and it doesn't have to be that big. It can be tiny. There we go. This one put a little bit on there. Yeah, there we go. Okay, can I have you zoom up really quick? Okay, and just kind of notice that there isn't that much material in it. Okay, and I'll put it in the bucket. As to what she's doing. Ooh, that's amazing. Okay, now the next one, let it be on the inside of the hole and just a little bit. Okay, there we go. Good job. What did you learn through this process about soil testing?
I learned the proper technique to do the soil testing and figure out the best results.
Would you consider using this technique?
Definitely, if I plant a garden, I'll use the technique.
What did you learn through this process about soil testing?
What I learned is that what we did is in the garden, we basically got a square that we kind of had the perimeter of, and basically what we did is we shoveled some soil samples within that square, and we put it in the bucket. We tested it for pH and whatnot, and really just to see what type of nutrients was needed for that gardening to actually produce the kind of plantation that you want.
Would you consider using this technique?
I would definitely consider it. Especially for gardening, if you're looking for certain type of plants that you want to grow, well, by testing the soil, you get to understand what sort of things you need to have in order to achieve that. So I would definitely consider it.
What did you learn through this process about soil testing?
I learned that depending on the nutrients in the soil, we can grow different types of plants.
Would you consider using this technique?
Most definitely.
What did you learn through this process about soil testing?
I learned that there's a variety of soils even within a specific area, and that we need the proper nutrients in order to grow plants. But that's why we test the soil, because if there's not the proper nutrients, we can add fertilizer.
Would you consider using this technique?
Most definitely. I find